Very good morning to all of you. Thank you, Soham, for making me part of this wonderful session. In the next few minutes, I'll try to share the work we are doing in Bowman's layer transplantation for keratoconus. No financial disclosures. This is a very early experience of 6 cases that we have done so far. So Bowman's layer transplantation is not something new. It is already being done by Professor Mellis from the past so many years, and he has published well on this also. So this is the 5 years results of his procedure. So how is our procedure different from what is already being done? So ours, we are not doing an isolated Bowman's layer transplantation. Along with the Bowman's layer transplantation, we are also harvesting 70 to 90 microns of the stroma. This helps us to increase the central corneal thickness, creating more flattening and also making the tissue for a possible cross-linking in the future. And relatively, the learning curve is less when you compare to an isolated Bowman's layer transplantation. And more importantly, it's also a purely extraocular procedure. Unlike Dr. Mellis' technique, where he enters into the AC and takes the help of the air bubble, we do it more like an extraocular procedure here. So truly speaking, it should be called as a Bowman's layer stromal transplant. So without much delay, I'll go into the video to explain the things. Is my video playing, Soham?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the donor cornea preparation where you debride the epithelium with a 15 number blade, and then you inject air into the underlying stroma just to delineate the superficial layers in Descemet's membrane. We all know the Descemet's membrane is limited to the central 7.5 or 7.7 mm. So once this is nicely stained by blue, like you do your can opener, you can just give mix 360 degrees. And once that is done, with the help of your crescent knife, you can do your lamellar dissection with a fine tooth forceps for holding the tissue. So that is the donor tissue with the stroma. You keep that aside. And now let us go into the recipient. So this particular is a 16-year-old female with VKC, where you can see that superior thing. I'll just stop the video here for the sake of discussion. So superiorly, as you can see, that was compacted cornea totally because of VKC. A typical case you can see that is correlating with keratoconus. So here, the superior part, I could go till the middle, but the inferior part, I was having difficulty in getting the axis. So what I did is, I did a small side pocket through it and entered into the same plane and extended the entire lamellar pocket into 360 degrees. So complete lamellar dissection is done. And I have used Dr. Samar Basak sir's dissectors for this procedure. The same thing we use for dissect preparation. And the Bowman's is placed inside with the help of a lens slide. And with a spatula and micro forceps from our retina colleagues, we can nicely flatten it out into the stromal pocket. And these are the results of the first few cases. As you can see here, pre-op and post-op, the pachymetry has increased by 100 microns and the flattening of cornea is evident here. This is the case that I showed you in the surgery, where you can see the Bowman's layer that is there covering the apex of the cone. This is the third case again. And in 3D elevation map on Schleimflug imaging also, you can see the flattening. And not only this thing, but also aberrations, higher order aberrations and comma aberrations, you can see they have significantly reduced after this surgery. So Bowman's layer transplant could be a novel technique that apparently has a beneficial role in progressive and advanced keratoconus. It basically fills the gap in between the cases where they are too early for a graft and not suitable for a cross-linking. So primary outcomes are stabilization of progression, and secondary outcomes are better contact lens tolerance and visual improvement. And improvement of pachymetry, as I've told you before, make it eligible for cross-linking in future. So when this procedure is performed at an appropriate time, it will definitely reduce the need for DALK or PPQ. However, we still have to do a lot of cases and follow them up to have a final result. Thank you, Soham, for the opportunity.